Canva whiteboards are great for planning.
Ooh,
vodka and their drinks are cold. It's time for your Thursday kickback about all things rap. No feature and pass with your host,
Troydashow.
and Lucid the Dreamwaker. And this is the Rap Yard Podcast.
Podcast. What up, what up, what up?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to
Wait, I
the
can't hear
Rap
anything.
Yard Podcast. You can't hear me?
Check.
I hear you just fine.
Why don't I hear anything? Oh. Me volume. There we go. Sorry. Hi.
Now restart. Here we are once again with the Rap Yard Podcast.
I apologize. Man. I try.
There's always a slider or a mute button on somewhere.
Right. Damn it. How you doing? What's up, everybody? All our tens of listeners, fans,
Yes, thank you all for tuning in.
backyardigans alike.
More fingers than I got fans.
Don't say that. That's not true. You have...
Yeah, it's not true.
Who are you telling? Our tens of fans?
Mm-hmm.
Someday I'll get my shit together. All right. So, we do not have a guest on this week, but I encourage and urge everybody to stay tuned because we were going to be having some big names up in the coming weeks.
Big.
Big things poppin', hence the name. Are you in a door shop?
Yes, I am.
That's
They
cool.
They're testing the doors as we speak.
like
You may hear a few close and open.
that Rick and Morty episode. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. You're probably
It's
going to hate me. I've only seen like random episodes.
I don't know. I'm not going to hate you. I actually am not a big fan of people that are like big into Rick and Morty. They're usually like...
Weird.
Yeah, like they're usually like douchebags. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen every single episode, but I'm talking about like the diehard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I said you're going to hate me because that type of that's got a cult fan base.
So you're saying I'm a douchebag?
No. I didn't know if
I'm
you're
just
part of
kidding.
that cult or not.
Well, like I said, they're douchebags, so it'll be easy to tell who's chatting. Roscoe Cat, what up, my boy?
What's good?
That's one of my diehard Rick and Morty fans right there. I'm just kidding. No, Roscoe Cat's been with me. Roscoe Cat's been with me on Twitch since the beginning. Like, he's seen my daughter on there. He went through my whole metamorphosis with my background. So I appreciate him coming on. What up, Roscoe Cat?
Support. That's
like
what we
years.
call a super supporter.
That's right.
We gotta get them a badge or something.
I tried to send him a
badge.
shirt. He was like, no, because he's so humble. Did somebody just hurt themselves? What's going on? Is everyone okay?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not. I hope so. Did someone die in one of our backgrounds? Did one of our family members conspire while we were live?
That would suck.
But the rap yard must continue. We just keep going. Ain't that right?
Like your spouse or whatever is just laying dead on the floor. You're like, so how like who's your top 5? Yeah.
So about that new Ice Spice.
Yeah. Can you stop twitching, please? I'm trying to. You understand, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are terrible and awesome at the same time.
Terrible at podcasting, or
no? We're awesome at podcasting.
Oh, we're just terrible
best of the
people.
best. Yeah.
I do have something I want to talk about, though. If you will indulge me.
Oh my gosh, guys! This is how all bad conversations start. This is how all breakups start. It's happening live on the.
No. If that was the case, I'd be like, you know what I think is funny? Like,
it's not me. It's you. Let me first say it's not me.
We need to talk.
It's you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to say it the other way around. It's me, not you.
No, wait, it's actually you. Now that I think about it. You know what's crazy? Me in this relationship. All right. So I was looking at Instagram, as I do quite often, for work purposes, and that includes like 3 clients and this podcast, and it's exhausting, let me tell you. But so there's a fella, and his name's D1. I wasn't. I wasn't gonna say his name, but it's out there. Okay,
Yeah, it's out there.
it's out there. So D1 is a Christian rapper. He's an evangelical Christian rapper, and I think he's good. He's a good artist. I think he's can put like a rap together.
Yeah.
His tunes are catchy. He wrote a really clever song called Sally Mayback about what was that? Yeah.
You said about what?
It's called Sally Mayback. It's about paying off his student loans. Like,
Yeah.
and so I think that's how he kind of caught wind and got viral in the first place. But that was years ago.
Uh-huh.
And he's from New Orleans.
Right.
I'll put that out there. So
Woohoo!
I've been woohoo New Orleans woo. So I've been seeing him on Instagram a lot, and I know there's the algorithm thing, but he has different accounts, I believe, because some of these accounts, it looks like he sets up, and I'll give you an example if I can.
Like it'd be like D1 fan page 1 or
Not exactly. It's even more like what's the word? Subversive, or it's more something. It's just more undercover.
I kind of hate when people do that. Like it's so obvious though.
It's kind of gross, yeah.
It's so obvious.
And with him, and I don't have, this isn't one of it. This is his actual legitimate account, actual factual account.
Mm-hmm.
But who's that? That's not him with Lupe.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, what?
Yeah. Hold up.
And Big Crit.
Now that is Big Crit, but I'm like, where's Lupe? Okay, maybe it's a Lupe beat. Let me see.
No, that was him in the background just then.
That was Lupe? Okay.
Yeah, it looked like it. Black guy, glasses, rapper, probably him. Nope, that wasn't him.
No, that's not anyone. And speaking of glasses, I have like my eyes are terrible.
You said that's not anyone.
You said that's Lupe, so don't even start. I definitely don't want a copyright strike from him. Okay, I think this. Hold on now. Hey,
that's what his
back.
flow sounds like. Bark,
He's
bark,
back.
Bark, bark, bark,
He's
bark.
back. Okay, so it's for my area. So anyway, but I'm not trying to come for him either. But I see him doing this stuff where he's like calling out certain rappers, like Rick Ross, for example, was the latest one. Okay,
Right.
Calling them out, and he is a Christian rapper, like I said, for lyrics that glorify violence, that are hateful towards women.
And he's a Christian rapper, so it's understandable why he would target some of these artists.
Right, but I kind of had an epiphany today because I was reading through his comments, and people. Let me go back to see, he was in Lafayette. That's closer. Let me try to find this actual post he was talking about Rick Ross, so I don't sound like a liar. Did he delete it? There it is.
Anytime you got Lotto on stage acting like she giving somebody head, you heard me, with the microphone, and she's on stage at the Rolling Loud Festival, and she's acting like she giving somebody head, you think little girls ain't looking at that being like,
okay.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I don't like, I want to say in the first place, there's people out there that have this conversation about criticism of women that are being overly sexual, or men doing that to women, that they're saying it's a black community thing. And I'm not here to speak on that at all. I'm just saying, like,
What they said what's a black community thing?
That it hurts the black community.
Oh, the sexualization of hip hop?
Yeah. That it's specifically targeted towards the black community. Which is, I mean, a fair enough statement, right? But I'm not trying to speak on that,
Right. All right. Yeah, I feel you. I'll let you keep going. Continue.
Okay. Well, all I was saying, but I was going to pause it there because Jill Scott did the same thing. And he's talking about rap, right? Jill Scott did the same thing on stage, and I think Madonna did. It's not like a new move,
Yeah. We've seen that 1,000 times.
Right, but it's not new.
oh, bet. Well, that's my favorite rapper. So if that's what she doing with her time on stage, that must be what I got to do when I get in that position with a dude. Or maybe it makes me curious to want to get in that position with a dude as a young woman watching that.
Now, realistically, when you're seeing your favorite artist as a kid, like let's say preteen to teenager, and they're doing something, do you think in your mind like, I'm gonna go do that now because that looks cool, like every time?
No, never, really.
Never.
So this is what I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Although I may not have been like, yo, I'm gonna go mimic and do what this artist did. I may have like maybe heard that artist talk about a topic or do something or seen something that I was like, huh, that sounds a little interesting. Let me check out what this is. Or they said, oh, this book. Let me check out whatever this book is, like they mentioned, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as to just completely blindly mimic, hell no.
Mm.
But to be more impressionable by, I guess. But I never really, I think it's a little bit different, even when it comes to the sexes between male and female. It's you
Mm.
guys are. I feel like you guys go through a lot more pressure to be,
Yeah.
you get what I'm
Like
saying?
more pressure to be like what we see on in the media. You mean
Exactly,
like yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So I think
yeah.
it hits a little bit different for you guys than it would for us.
I I guess and, I'm not trying to pull that whole like I'm not like other girls card again. But like I really know I don't remember growing up and idolizing any sort of like pop stars or female celebrities at all. Except for like okay, weird ones. Like I really thought Winona Ryder was cool. I really liked Bjork a lot. you know. Like Missy Elliott, So
Yeah.
like that's
So it's
but
like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
did you ever see like any Missy Elliott video and was like, I like that jacket. I'm gonna go find a jacket
I need
like
to
that.
go put on a trash bag and stand
Yeah.
behind a big fan. I have a hilarious clip from me just talking on like years ago, and like somebody comes on to the chat and goes, and their name is Trash Bag Fashion Lover. Roscoe might remember this, and they're like, "Please do me a favor. Please put on a trash bag right now. Cut out hole for arms and legs. Cut out hole for head." They just wouldn't stop. They just kept like
Why? And they were called Trash Bag Lover?
trash bag fashion lover.
That is one
Right?
strange
And it
kink.
lined up right when I was playing that Missy Elliott video. It was so weird.
That's
Anyway,
some weird synchronicity stuff right there.
I don't know. I think they might have just made that name up on the spot, but
The power of the trash bag compels you.
right, something like that. But yeah. So, but back to this guy. And he goes on to talk about Rick Ross, and Rick Ross actually responded to him, and
That's what I'm interested in seeing.
I
Well,
can't
When you got
fast
Jeanette,
forward through damn Instagram videos on the computer though.
what I was reading from the comments, because I believe you sent it to me, is
I don't think. Well, we
that Rick
share the
Ross
Instagram together.
was just kind of like blew it off the statement with like some random stuff, like
Yeah, he
taking.
he was saying like I give out like 120,000 turkeys. Shut up. Sorry. I give out 120,000 turkeys every year. I give out all these like bikes to kids, blah blah blah. What do you do? Kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me I bet if I can find it if I do this.
Well, it it comes down to the statement of at what point of responsibility does an artist have for their art?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for my liked videos, but I'm listening.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, but
Definitely.
also at the same time, it's all subjective. It's art, so you can't necessarily be like, "Hey, this song makes girls want to do this or do that." It might make another girl want to do the exact opposite.
Right. Well, do you remember when the Purge of the BS guys were on and he was talking about the little experiment they did where they would be like at a high school dance playing like I don't know, Montel Jordan or whatever was popular at the time that was kind of light. And then they
Yeah.
put on like some like Wu Tang or some Onyx and just watch fights start. I I understand that and I believe it's true. And I think that what music does, and this is what I was like, I commented on it because it was like, first of all, I said Dolores Tucker looking cool. And
Hmm.
if you don't know, see Dolores Tucker was like a big proponent in the censorship of music besides Al Gore's wife in the 80s.
Hmm.
And her and Tupac actually had a beef about that, which he mentions her in I think a couple of his songs. But yeah, so corny, just wanting to censor things like because you're if you're an artist and you have a problem, especially in rap, if you have a problem with what a rapper is doing or how their lyrics or whatever, then write a song about it. Because
Hmm.
the reason I say that is because when you do this instead, when you make content for social media and you're putting out these clips, there's two groups of people that are gonna side with you on your opinion.
Hmm.
The people like you, I suppose, that are like, oh, we got to protect the children, we got to save the children, and
Right.
then there's gonna be people that just hate rap music, and think about
Right.
what kinds of people those are. Who just,
Hmm.
okay? So they're both sides are going to use that clip of you as like a talking point for their argument.
Yeah,
So,
even if it's out of context, they don't even care.
and use it against you,
Yeah,
basically, half those people. So,
in the
you
whole
know,
genre alone.
if you just make, because that's what the nature of rap is. If you want to like talk shit about somebody, do it in a song. Like,
And then, well, my thing is, I don't think hip hop rap is known for its censorship. I think it's
no.
you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it was never really a even when it first started out, it wasn't I wouldn't say it was a dirty genre, but it was never really pristine clean, you know?
No,
It's
that
not
was the
like
whole point. Like, I mean, that's why teenagers are drawn to stuff like the hardest shit, like punk and like the most sexual stuff, like things that are like their parents hate. You know what I mean?
exactly. And if you don't want your kids to see that or hear that, then play them some classical music, take them to a classical concert. Like I don't know. Like there's other options.
Right.
If there were no other options, I would understand. And at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you can't protect your kids from every exposure. That's just not real. It's the real life. You can't just you might as well get them used to it and exposed to it and then explain what it is. And them learning out the hard way.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of depends on what you're talking about. You don't like bring some crack home for your kid, be like,
Yeah,
smoke
well,
this, try it out, and now
not
you know what it's
that,
like, so don't do it anymore.
but like just know that you can't possibly run around with your kid and make sure they never hear a rap song.
Right.
That's
Definitely
no,
not. And
that's
that's not even that serious.
you get what I'm saying? Like, come on
Yeah.
now, like it's they're gonna be exposed to it regardless.
Yeah. And it's like he's acting like now, I don't know what age he's talking about. He said 12, I think. 12-year-olds are not that impressionable to where they hear a song one time or see a performer on TV one time and they're like, well, I guess I got to twerk and, spread eagle on stage now. That's it.
This is the one thing I could see from that perspective is I think it puts an emphasis of attention and importance on the topic of something that's really not. So
Yeah. Yeah,
but
exactly.
I can see young minds or young girls thinking, oh, this is extremely important, or guys, this is their number one thing that they care about. But other besides anything outside of that, I don't know. What's your experience with that? Or
As a
even with
parent,
yeah.
yeah, that's okay. Because as you're saying all this, I'm thinking like, yeah, what I said is true. Like you see it one time, you hear about it one time. Okay, you got that experience, you got that exposed to you. I mean, it might shock you, it might even like excite you as a young kid, like younger than
Right,
12. You might
right.
not understand it. Whatever. It's the same thing with like pornography. It's the same thing with other stuff.
Hmm.
But if you have a relationship with your parent or your guardian or whatever, where you can talk to them about things, where you don't feel like you have to lie to them, where you feel like they're going to be honest with you, it's like you're not going to, that communication is so important. It's so important. And I mean,
Hmm.
people don't do that with their kids for the most part. I think a lot of people aren't really checking to see what their kids are watching. And it's that repeated hammering in their head because that's all they do. All they do is look at
Right.
phones. All they do is look at TV because their parents are gone. Or and I know there's situations. I'm not trying to ramble, but like I know there's situations where the parents can't be at home to supervise all the time, and that ties into like poverty and being like ostracized or oppressed by society and all these things, and that's horrible. If you're able to, as a parent, you need to know what your kid's watching
Definitely.
up to a certain age.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would
Then
definitely second that.
because that's like if they see that as cool and that's what they look at, that's an older person they think is cool and they're gonna
Mimic and copy and
yeah, you be cool. you know
yeah,
like you be something they want to be, even if they don't
exactly.
think you're cool. Like if you're a good parent, your kids will like try to emulate you.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's my hot
So
take
you
on
think
it.
it all comes down to I agree with you. I would say protect the art, but it all comes down to house. I think it's more a personal topic. Like I think it's different for each household. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
definitely. When it comes to raising kids, that's a very personal thing, and you can't tell people how to raise their kids.
exactly. So I feel like well, you can't really do anything about it like that kind of music or entertainment being out there, whether it's movies, commercials, whatever.
Hmm.
So all you can really do is handle how it's affected it within your household and try to instill
Right.
it in your kids' mind and when they leave your household.
Then you're done. That's
I
a
mean,
done biscuit. You know, they're you can't put them
yeah.
back in the oven.
Then it's a roll of a dice. Then right, it's whatever they come down to.
I mean, but if by the time they're 18, you're still not sure whether or not they can handle like real life situations, like watching a rap video, then you fucked up. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
at that point, you're being more detrimental than you are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You can have that weird sheltered kid, you know,
exactly.
at college that's like all never seen the sunlight, like doesn't know how to
I
talk to girls.
look. I saw those kids in college freshman year who had no control, and
I
like
think we
the
all
first
did.
year they first year they drank, the first year they smoked, the first year they did everything, and they're like couldn't handle it because it was all just too much.
Yeah, didn't a lot of them drop out? Like
Yeah.
the yeah, same. So, and I mean they're weird before that. I've seen them like in like sixth grade and eighth grade. They're pretty weird. I can
Mhm.
only imagine. Like I never got to know very many of them in college, but yeah, they're weird before that.
Yeah, and things never really seem to go the way you want them to when you try to censor your kids. You know, the more you tell a kid they can't do something or listen to something, the more they're gonna be interested.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
didn't get to listen to tons of rap growing up, and now look what I do.
And now look at you.
Now look at me. Look how that turned out. Mm,
I mean, has your I suppose your mom has changed her opinion on it
of
because
course, yeah.
I see her liking our posts sometimes, and I'm like, oh,
She's been in some of my videos.
oh, your music videos,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. She was the angel and so godly.
Oh, hell yeah.
She helped record my first music video ever when I was
Oh,
like a teenager in high school. She
that's
held the
awesome.
camera. Yeah.
I would never with my parents.
But also at the same time, she used to run into the room and be like, "No cursing, no cursing." We were like mid verse, mid random people in the middle of the studio. When I was like, this was before I was even rapping, so this is when I was just recording other people.
Oh, you oh, it like at home?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay,
yeah, I had like a little label going. I was charging people everything,
really?
the whole nine
Oh,
yards. Yeah,
little
and
lucid.
literally, she was just busting the door. No cussing in the house.
Like
No,
running? Like she's just running and or just
no, just just open up the door. No cussing in the house.
was she like listening real hard, or were y'all being like
Loud as hell. Hell yeah. No one records a rap verse quiet except
That's
maybe
true,
like
especially if you're
E40 or
cursing,
something.
you know.
Yeah.
E40.
I'm
I can
like,
see
he
Kendrick.
might.
I can see Kendrick too. He's like, yeah, so we got yeah,
Like,
whatever.
I'm locked in the hotel room December 3rd.
There you go,
What do
Danny
I
Brown
hear?
before he freaks out. I was just kind of pushing for a Danny Brown impression.
Bro, yo, that'd be hilarious. Plot twist, Danny Brown's the most quietest person you ever meet. The most reserved, shy person. That'd be hilarious.
Who?
Danny
Danny
Brown,
Brown?
if that was his personality.
Oh. Yeah, he's definitely not. I lied. Yeah. Now that I think about it,
Yeah, he'd probably just
I
stab
was
you.
just thinking of the voice change. I cannot figure out how to look at your like videos on Instagram on the desktop version. Like what the hell?
I don't know. They change this stuff every other damn week.
I'm still looking though. But yeah, like one of my arguments was like someone was like talking about Two Live Crew, and underneath that comment, people were like, "Oh, Two Live Crew, they weren't mainstream. Two Live Crew, they may have sold some records, but they weren't like influencing kids because you had to be 18 to buy their record." And I'm just like, Jesus Lord.
Oh my gosh. You have
Like,
to be
let me
18
get
to
my
buy
let me dust off my old person fingers and get in this argument because I'm like, you weren't there, and Two Live Crew was majorly mainstream,
Are
and
they kidding?
yeah, like Two
Are
Live
they
Crew was
kidding?
like huge when they came out, huge. There's no way. I
People,
keep feeling like
people.
I
That
can't get
sounds like
off.
that's people who are outside the culture. When you live in a
Okay,
community of people that all listen to the same genre, you hear it.
yeah,
Like
and to say that kids never heard it or something like that is like, you know, it was like people played it at parades, you know, like
if this popular rap music and excuse me, whatever, you're black, you're probably gonna hear it play from someone's car, stereo, speaker, store, house. Like
did
it's,
you
it's
say excuse my and then go if you're black?
yeah, yeah.
Why?
I don't want to exclude people because that's other people's experiences as well.
No, speak on your own
Yeah.
experience. I mean, I'm not
You
telling
know
you
what
what
I
to
mean?
do, but yeah,
Like
I thought you were gonna like curse up a storm or
no,
something.
I wouldn't do that. No, other human beings around, so I'm keeping it to
Gosh, we're
a
just too
tame
nice.
level.
We're just too considerate.
I know.
You know,
We
we
suck
need.
ass. We need to be like Joe Budden.
I think we need to not be like. We need to look at that as like what not to be like forever in every respect of life.
So we shouldn't model our career and life choices after Joe Budden. Is what you're
Hell
telling me?
no. Hell no.
You don't want to
I don't
pump it
want. I
up?
don't want. I don't want Vince Staples coming for me for one thing, because he is super smart.
That is such a random person to beef with. It's hilarious.
Who Vince Staples
Yeah,
and
it's such a random artist.
I don't remember. No, it was actually Vince Staples that came for him. It was just kind of like calling him out on a bunch of different things. So
He doesn't strike me as an artist who's a phony. So I feel like if he threatens you, it's probably
he is.
real.
He's had a pretty tough upbringing. Like everything he says, I believe. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't. He's not the type of artist. He says something in the song that I'm like, well, that's probably not true.
Right. Do you do that? Do you kind of clock like how many lies you hear when you listen to somebody?
Sometimes, like you mentioned Rick Ross earlier, and sometimes I feel like he stretches the truth in his verses.
Oh hell yeah! Like not even stretches. He wears it out.
Yeah,
Like,
his whole persona is a lie, literally. So it's kind of like, nah, you didn't do that. You didn't have all those kilos in your Maybach. That's not true.
he may have grams when he was like arresting people or whatever. No, he was a PO. He didn't arrest him.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on now. Like,
Yeah.
that's a cool verse, bro, but come on.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It sounds good, but yeah. Well, I put it on the wrong screen. My B. There we go.
But now that we're on the topic, I feel like we need to give artists more leniency in creating things that aren't necessarily 100% true. Like, what other like artistic
Genre? Are we like that critical?
outlet genre? Yeah, that the artist has to make only things they like fucking experienced or seen in real life, or like no other like creative outlet does that except us.
Well, okay. So we've talked about that with people writing their own lyrics, right?
Yeah,
And how that's not the case, you know. And we've talked about that with probably something else. I don't know. But like I was saying before about 6ix9ine, that's the first rapper to come out, you know, especially in federal court,
preaching.
and saying not even just snitching, but saying I'm a phony, I'm a fake. This is all for views,
Branding.
likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told to dress like this. This isn't who I am. I'm not a gangbanger. Blah blah blah. And that's like, because that's not. People don't want that in rap music. I don't. You know, it just takes all the magic out of it.
No, literally, like I just saw a video the other day on TikTok. It was like part 2 was like Kodak Black Hollywood exposed. I was like, not Kodak.
What do you mean Hollywood exposed? Like
Well,
what?
they were just talking about like his background and his persona, how he was already in music, and apparently he originally wanted to be like a pop star, you
Yeah.
know. But his family, they kind of took it, you know, helped him brand and took it and said, "Hey, actually, you're gonna go this way. This is how you need to be," and this
Really?
is how we got the Kodak Black now. You know that he's not really.
Oh, is that all true, or is that like a theory, or did they prove it?
Well, I didn't watch both videos. It was like just like a 30-second TikTok video. I mean, it
Yeah.
seemed pretty. I mean, they showed videos and music videos of him like as a kid, and it was pretty.
But I mean, he's a kid. I don't. That kind of thing is kind of. That's why I would hate to be famous, because like people digging up old embarrassing videos and footage of me and stuff. Like, ugh. Like I went through an awkward phase for like 18 years, so I'm like.
You're like, look at Troy with her black makeup on and her black Timberlands. Look at her.
Wait, wait, hold up. I thought you were talking about like goth makeup.
I am.
Okay. I thought you were talking
Look
about
at her with her
wearing blackface.
7 Jackie. Yeah.
Stop it. That never. Jesus Lord.
Yeah, it did. You had it all. You had the piercings and everything.
Oh, that. Yeah, no, that didn't either. Roscoe Cat says, yeah, street cred can take you far in rap pop. Anyway, so here's the video finally of I guess this is Rick Ross responding. I don't know.
Hey, it's Asia Sky for Hip Hop DX.
Okay.
My best friend got killed when Carl got killed, New Orleans know who I'm talking about. When Carl got killed, and I had to go to his funeral and read the eulogy and be part of the funeral, and I got back in my car, Sway, after the funeral, and I turned on my music, and I realized I'm listening to music that's glorifying the same stuff that just happened to my best friend.
Okay, well,
I hate that it started there.
I was about to say, well, when you know that I gotta say wholeheartedly I agree with, because that shit is so, it don't make no sense, really. It don't make no logical sense, bruh.
I mean, yeah, and I like, as far as censorship goes, there is a lot, and I've said this before, a lot of really, really young kids that are that age that he was talking about that do rap about killing people like nonstop. That's all they talk about. That shit is garbage to me. And I know there's an adult behind it. I hate that shit because I know there's some adult writing their lyrics for the most part and coaching them on how to
Producing
dress,
it.
how to hold the gun in the video,
Yeah.
So I hate
Yeah,
that.
that part I gotta kind of agree with, because it's so weird. And then the next thing you know, you turn on the TV or you talk to somebody, and the first thing they complain about is all the murders and the death. And then you turn on the fucking music, and the first thing is what? Murder and death. It's like, bruh.
Are you talking about after somebody passes it?
No, just in general. Like, just in general.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, either
Well,
way. Yeah, either way.
see, this is something that I think that extends outside of music. It's not just hip hop. It's not music. It's America as a whole. We always want to talk about violence this, violence this. Well, everything we worship is basically based around violence. Like our economy, our money, we get a lot of that from selling weapons, doing this, yada yada. Our
Yeah.
heroes, we turn on the movies. The best ones are the ones where the main person is an asshole and just shoots everybody and kills everybody. You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
spitting.
it doesn't. And then we talk about how violent everything is. Well, no fucking shit. That's
Yeah.
like our number one. That's what America kind of known for. Our history. We've been in war for pretty much our whole existence. Like, it doesn't make no sense.
It had a violent beginning, violent.
And
Like the only reason we are quote unquote successful, which I've been finding out through my super smart daughter, who's way more politically invested than I am. At least, like
yeah,
she reads up on it. That our debt, our $13 trillion debt or whatever. We say we're the richest country in the world. We are, but it's mostly borrowed from other countries. So we're just like left and right, just like every country
exactly,
around us, and like it's all
literally.
violent.
And then they tell us they ain't got money for fucking health benefits or public education. Or come on, man, didn't you guys just build like a brand new battleship with like 18 guns on
Yeah,
it?
I
Like,
know.
bruh.
I remember I got really into the presidential race when Bernie Sanders was running, and he was all about like there's like 26,000 tanks sitting in this warehouse, and they're just sitting there. No one's ever even opened the door, and they're like each of those tanks is worth like whatever, like $500,000.
No,
It's like
literally,
it
literally.
floored me, and
And then what's worse is then when we do buy or pay for that stuff, and then we just send it to other countries.
like
So then it was like
Israel.
right now, so to say, is like why,
I've
why?
been I've been I've been doing this stupid shit. Okay, I've been getting on TikTok lives, and not our own live on Rap Yard on the TikTok, which everyone go follow us. It's Rap Yard Podcast. Is the name of our TikTok, but on other people's lives, if I'm like bored late at night or whatever, I can't go to sleep, where they like add you in and you debate. You seen those?
Yeah, I seen them.
It's terrible. It's such a terrible, gross space. It doesn't matter who it is or what they're debating.
Oh, I never join it. I never join.
Well, I started to, and now it's almost like addicting, but I hate it. The whole time I hate it. I feel like a heroin addict that's like, all right, here we
You know what
go.
it is?
God damn it. It's
It's
like,
because you're
it's not that
chaotic.
addicting.
You're chaotic neutral. That's why you love it.
No, I don't love it. I hate it.
You're
Listen,
addicted. You're addicted. No, you're addicted.
the addiction part of it is I like arguing. I feel like I'm good at arguing. The part that keeps pulling me in, I think, is the amount of time it takes to express an argument on these lives, because they're all like there's a hierarchy, there's people. It's a lot like Discord or what do they call that, Clubhouse, where you have like a bunch of people that want to talk, and then you have like a dictator that's over everybody. It's
A
like,
moderator or
I'm
something.
muting all of you. Go ahead, RoboCop 325. And it's like, but then I've like encountered a couple of really smart people on there. Start talking about something, and I get all fired up, and I gotta like wait my turn, and then it's like 3 a.m. So
I cannot torture myself. It sounds like you're torturing yourself.
I really need to just stop or like block all of those accounts, because it's like I'm
Or
not
just do it
doing
at a
that
time that's
again.
not 3 a.m.
What other time am I not gonna have people bugging me and stuff?
No, I
But
hear you.
but no, I was like I'll be scrolling. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that again. That sucked. I felt like shit the next day. And then they pop up, and I'm like, okay, let's talk about Hamas. Like,
So what was your last debate? What was your
it was
last?
about Hamas. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it was about that,
Whereabouts?
and like something about racism. Like, do you believe that people say that they can't see color is harmful to, you know, people?
Oh, angry. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's stupid shit with
I feel
all
like
these
most of it's
answers.
clickbait. Most of it's clickbait.
Definitely, but then okay. Well, I'm not going to do that anymore. I quit as of today. I'm not doing that anymore.
This is your intervention.
If you see me on there, someone that sees Rap Yard in any of those, like get on the live and just call me all kinds of names. Tell me to shut up. Tell me I'm a fragile white libtard and I need to
So can
go to
so
bed.
can you go live yet? Because I have a debate thing that we could do. That'll trigger people.
I had one the other day and I completely forgot it. But go ahead.
We can either like go on and say someone ridiculous like 6ix9ine or Ice Spice, be like, is the greatest rapper of all time. Debate
Oh
me.
yeah. No, people do
Debate
that.
me.
Yeah. But
To
see, I can.
prove me wrong.
We definitely need to take advantage of the live more.
Yeah.
I think someone gave me like 10 stars the other day on there. I was like, I don't know what to do with this, but all right.
You grow bigger like Mario. That's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Okay. I want the thing with the foxtail and the thing where I can fly.
Oh, tails. Yeah.
Yeah, tail's cool. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? You got tail? It's called tails?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So let me get back to this video right quick. I'm not the only one that's chaotic. My boy, you're a little chaotic yourself.
I got all energy.
Are you mocking me?
No.
Oh, what the fuck? Anyway.
It gave me chills, and I needed that moment. That
Oh,
was
that
my
you're
come
making
to
okay.
Jesus moment.
Were you talking about this guy? Was that your impression of him?
No.
Oh, you're okay. I'm gonna skip forward.
You is until you feed the kids where you from for 20 years straight. Don't question Rose.
Don't question Rose.
Well, this is the thing about
Yeah.
that. I also agree with him too.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the context of the conversation, you're really just talking. And what he's saying is, I've done actions. I've done more than just
Right.
talking about things. And
Right.
then it comes back to the moral dilemma of if you feel you're doing something wrong but for the right reason. So hey, you make a lot of gangster killer music, but then you make the earnings and feed the homeless. So
Yeah. Well, it's that argument to me is like, okay, that's what people say about rappers that suck. They're like, oh, well, at least they're making money. And I'm like, yeah, but they suck, Or like rappers that have ghostwriters.
yeah.
So, but he's not saying about making money. He's saying about what he does for the community. To be fair. So, I mean,
I feel like it's also a cop out too.
oh, what he's doing as well. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like they're both kind of in a place where they're both 50-50. I would grade them both 50-50. Y'all both are right in Rome. Both of them are right in Rome.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, we're all just human, and if you're an artist, like you do have a certain responsibility at the end of the day to understand that there are probably children watching you somewhere. Like you don't go to a concert that allows teenagers in and like pull your junk out. You know what I mean?
I feel that, but also on one hand, I don't want to go to the studio, start working on a song, and be like, oh man, the kids might be listening. What should I make? No, I'm going there to express myself as an adult human being, making content for other adult human listeners.
Right, and that's been like the argument for a lot of. I mean, like let let me back up. So when we're talking about performances, live performances, or videos to a certain extent, but more so live performances, you don't know who's at your show unless they're carding people to get in, right? For the most part, like, can a 14-year-old still go to a concert?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Most concerts they can go.
Okay. There are some where they can't, but that's,
Yeah,
different.
it's
It's
like
usually at a
16 and
club
up.
or,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like 16 and up.
Yeah. Oh, well, even then. Okay. So you're on stage and you know that there's kids there because you can see them, right? You don't necessarily need to pull your penis out, let's say, for example. Now, people are talking
Yes.
about people twerking on stage in front of an audience. Now, I mean, there's a difference. There's a
There's a
difference.
huge difference because I feel
Huge.
like pulling out your dick on stage is a sexual act in nature. I don't necessarily feel that shaking your ass is a sexual act in 100% in itself because it's expressive. It's dance.
Right,
It's
right.
dance. You know, what I mean, it falls within the physical expression category.
I
Now,
think
whipping your dick out is not dance. Like,
well then there's I saw, not to bring up Ice Spice again, but here we go. She was performing somewhere and I don't think it was like it wasn't an outdoor venue or a live concert, it was arena full of people. It was like an indoor award show, I think. But her skirt was like up to like her belly button, like the bottom part.
right.
And yeah, like I'm not sure if she probably was wearing like some flesh colored, like, like a thong or something.
Yeah.
But it was out there, you know what I mean? Like all of it. you know.
I definitely think artists should do better to consider their content when they're doing all ages event or it's like, yo, I just DJ'd for a high school Halloween party the other day.
That
Do
was
you
fun
think I
probably.
played fucking low? No, I didn't play low. I did not play fucking shit that would like,
You didn't
you
play
know what I
low?
mean?
Oh, you mean by the Yin Yang Twins?
Any of them, all the versions of low, whether it's Flow Rider, Yin Yang
Oh, the Flow
Twins,
Rider.
fucking
My bad. I was thinking, I don't know what happened in my brain there,
there's
but
like
same
there's
era,
like
same
10,
era.
yeah, 10 club rap songs named low. None of them I play because it's a children environment. Like,
So this is high school, you said?
no, this is elementary.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like with
Yeah,
just
Florida.
within your audience, just use common sense.
Did they come up and make requests? Did they allow them to do that?
Yeah, they did, and I didn't get
You did you
anything. I didn't
nothing?
get anything that raised my eyebrows where I was like, "That's inappropriate." I got some things
Really?
that, yeah,
Okay. Like what were they requesting? I'm curious.
like Barbie Girl.
Oh.
What's that famous one? That piano track that's all over TikTok. Golden Hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, really? Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of Taylor Swift requests. Who else was there? There was like one like Green Day request, which is really weird. It was like one black kid and he come up and asked for like the punk rock song, but then there was what
But it
else?
was all like appropriate?
Yeah, they even asked for like Cha Cha Slide and
Okay, okay.
none of them were like, can you play Body by Megan Thee Stallion? Like no one did that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess like I'm not going to say anything about like my experiences with that because I don't want to, but kids are something else. Like
No,
sometimes
I've had that happen.
they come up and request something and it turns out to be totally inappropriate.
Yeah, so now
Okay.
let me rephrase this. I also did a high school dance once. Okay, so obviously that age group, I did get some requests where I was like, I
You
can't
could play
play this.
whatever at those though, right? Like,
No, because it's still a student, it's still a professional setting, it's still
yeah,
and a lot of them are underage. Like playing a lot of sexual music for
most of them
underage,
are.
yeah, for
I
underage people is just weird.
I appreciate that you have those standards, like personally, but from what I've heard from my sweet baby, who or both of them really, that are like very like innocent and good little kids, they play whatever. They play what was it was a couple years ago, and it was at a middle school dance. One of my kids went to, and they told me that like one of the first songs they played was Sheck West was the main song he does, whatever.
Mamba.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that's different. I'll play that because it's like a party anthem. Even though it's
No,
kinda,
no, the part like in the middle, like the what do you call that? That's not the hook, but the crescendo. They
like
played the whole thing they didn't censor any of the music. They played Megan Stallion Body, they played WAP, they played all that.
wait, what grade was this for?
A couple years ago, I guess that would be ninth grade yeah, eighth or ninth.
See, I haven't done middle school, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that.
It just varies, I think, like from what your culture environment is. I will say
Exactly.
this, probably more than likely, Louisiana culture, school wise and stuff like that, is a little looser because, yeah,
Well, I would say, and not even that, but let's be real, like the neighborhoods that the schools are in probably makes a huge difference on what you're playing.
right. Well, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm like not even trying to like dance around it, but yeah, like if it's like a majority black school or white school, or
yeah,
if it's like upper class, middle class, that kind of thing. I mean, for sure, but at the same time, I'm thinking about where my daughter goes to school. It's a public school. It's like, half black, half white. We don't have a lot of like diversity except for
right.
black and white where we are. And a lot of them are pretty like I would say wealthy. Not most of them, but a lot of them.
Like
And
upper middle class.
yeah, and wealthy. I'm being wealthy.
Oh,
Like
okay.
like general like Coca-Cola bottling wealthy.
Oh, different tax bracket wealthy.
Yeah, like anyway. So they're those are the kids that are getting down, and my daughter goes like this. She's like, "Mom, it was completely dark. There was lasers everywhere, and people were just getting drunk. There was a bottle of Fireball on the
Wait,
floor,
wait, wait, wait,
and
wait,
people were
wait.
twerking everywhere."
What grade is this?
Well, this high school, but you have to be a junior or
Okay.
senior to go to prom. I mean, homecoming. So juniors and
See,
seniors, yeah.
this got to be like some rich school stuff because like when I
It's
went.
not a rich school. Let me get that straight.
Well,
It's
let me say that. Well, a school where wealthy children attend.
But there's
Because
private schools. They don't do that at the private school. I don't know how to explain it to you, man. Because that didn't happen at your homecoming or whatever. People didn't drink and twerk and stuff.
no, they was twerking and stuff, but they were so like anal on like alcohol. Like when we got there, they first of all they had metal detectors, and then past the metal detectors, they had people searching people's purses, their bags, the usual like event, stuff. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, there probably were a few people drinking, but they were very short to check. Like they were, very thorough.
They say that there's like security and stuff for all these. I'm pretty sure that you give them your ticket, they check your student ID, and they let you in. They probably check the girls' purses or whatever, and I think they have a metal detector. But there's so many ways to get alcohol in, and I
It
think
is.
I do, and that's why I said Louisiana, because we are so much more a drinking culture than most other states.
I mean, that makes sense. That
It's
makes
nuts.
sense. Louisiana is kind of known for partying sometimes, so.
But the whole state is like drinking friendly, everything. Like people
Mhm.
in general let their kids drink and like go to parties where there's alcohol like very young.
Well, I will say, especially since like, Indiana is an illegal state, so drinking is pretty popular down here too. You know what I mean?
It's a wet state?
It's not a legal state, like you can't get weed, you can't go to a
Oh.
dispensary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So people 9 times out of 10 when they can't smoke, they're gonna drink. So our state is kind of like that
True,
too.
true. Yeah. I mean, it's legal for all states, isn't it? Just like if it's like the certain strain, like that what you call it? That
Like the
Delta 9 or whatever.
Yes, so we have that, but it's not really this. It's not. It's never going to be the same as like rolling up a blunt.
And like
Yeah.
people are still smoking like left and right, like more I think now than before when it was like super illegal. But I mean that's to be expected. But it's like I go to Walmart and I get a contact high, bro. Like seriously,
Mhm.
just like walking through the parking lot, like, and it's illegal here, like it is there too. You know.
Mhm. I hear that. Like, ooh, someone just hit a skunk over here.
No, I swear, you like walk by somebody at Walmart's the place for it too. You walk by somebody in Walmart and it's like a couple in their pajamas still, and they're just like holding each other because they're terrified of everything. And you walk by them and you're just like, "Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
God,"
It's like, woo,
you're
just
like
punch me in the damn
dipped
nose.
in whatever that shit is. What do you call that when it's just like the hashish? Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, like I feel you.
Dab.
Yeah, dab oil.
Anyway.
Jim
We're
Jones, you could
still
do
on
better.
this
Rick
video.
Raw, you could do better. I gotta see you do better. Wait.
Oh, wait,
Little
hold
man,
on. He's like making so much fun of his accent and shit right
Bro,
here.
we gotta put that in our voice tags.
Yeah. Like our sound bites and shit.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Look, right.
Meek Mill, you could do better. Jim Jones, you could do better. Rick Raw, you could do better. I gotta see.
Oh my god. Okay, and it gets better. He's like coming
Man,
out of the
whoever you is until you feed the kids where you from for
Whoever you.
20 years straight. Don't question Rose. Wait until you buy 10,000 bikes, 10,000 trikes. Give all the young girls who pregnant Pampers for Christmas for 20 years straight. Don't question boss. You heard me, little man? Get that basket off your head so you could think clear, little man.
See, I don't know, man, because even
Me, little
it's
man, get that basket off your head so you could think clear.
Dude's a clown. What now?
I don't know, man, because I feel like even if it's weird, I feel like you just gotta take both things in consideration. You can't just talk about the shit he don't do or the shit he do, but you gotta do both.
Yeah,
It's gotta be
definitely.
both, because it's kind of like that weird thing where it's like El Chapo, where he's like killing everybody, but also at the same time he's taking care of his community.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good comparison. I mean,
Yeah, it's
since
like,
Rick Ross thinks he's like, Caesar Chavez or whatever he thinks he is.
oh man, that's
I'm not
funny.
a huge fan of Rick Ross either. And I'm not, and I don't hate. Oh shit, this is funny. I'm not gonna post it. Hold on. I just saw something Nine posted on Instagram.
Not Miguel Myers. Look at his ears though.
You stop that, Nine. Anyway, but yeah, like here's like the thing that I'm thinking is like, okay, well, you both have an argument, whatever, but like what you're really talking about is censorship, right? And like nobody likes censorship. I mean, I don't. I mean, and
Yeah.
if you're talking about protecting the kids, it's like we went through this already. We already did this, you know.
I think it's a moral high horse thing because
I think
every
it's trying to get views.
yeah, because I feel like all music has its place. So just because like I just no, that's just weird to me. I understand where he's coming from. Like it is oversaturation. I definitely think the media oversexualizes a lot of things and it's on purpose. I do confer and agree with that, but
Right.
also at the same time, man, if it's not going to be from one section, it's going to be from somewhere else. And at the end of the day, Rick Ross is a human being who has his divine right to express the way he wants to.
Right. And it's and talking about like the sexual exploitation of women and all that, we're still in this stage as a society where it's like women expressing themselves sexually is frowned upon and men can do it, and it's still frowned upon by some people, but not nearly as many. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And when I see people like Lotto or Megan Thee Stallion or whatever on stage and they just like shake their booty for a bit, and yeah, they might be wearing like really small booty shorts or whatever, and you might blink and you might miss it, kind of thing. But it's like they look like they're having a blast, and here comes somebody like, stop having fun. It's how it feels like to me from the jump.
That's exactly what it is. Because I'm telling you, shaking ass is going to be a thing until humanity no longer is. As long as humans still have an ass and don't evolve into a species without an ass, it will be a thing. It's not going anywhere.
Raise
So
his hand
so
slowly.
yeah, exactly. So quit trying to cancel that. It'll never happen. It'll never work. Just figure out something else. Figure out a better way to censor things. That's the only thing. Because ass shaking ain't going nowhere.
I just got dive bombed by a moth, I think. Yeah, totally. And even if it is sexual, like the whole, I don't know, because people always talk to this same old tired ass argument about people can listen to good music like Rhapsody. Rhapsody's a female rapper and she raps about good stuff. I'm sure Rhapsody's tired of hearing people say that. You know what I mean? Like you can't just say Rhapsody all the time, and you want women to fit into this certain like box, and they're not allowed to do this, and they're not allowed to do that. But if they just rap real good, and they wear like, I'm not saying Rhapsody dresses like this, but if they cover up everything and they dress like men, basically, like, come
That's
on.
lame. That's lame. That's not
They should be
expressive.
allowed to dress how they want and do what they like. When Cardi B was pregnant, people got onto her for talking about
I
sex.
feel like I feel like we should hit everything that's like this with the Slim Shady energy. Will Smith ain't got a rap curse in his records to sell rap to sell records. Well, I do, folks. So fuck him and fuck you too. That's the same way I feel about it.
Right, exactly. I think we
Slim
said
Shady
enough,
energy.
right, on this topic.
We've been on one topic for an hour.
Oh, really? Wow, that flew by quick.
What? Yeah.
I do want to say real quick though. I do want to say this that in talking about the whole like Two Live Crew thing, I went and looked up Two Live Crew on Donahue because I remembered that they were on Donahue back in the day, which people don't know. It was a talk show like Maury Povich or whatever, and it's pretty freaking crazy. Why did I start typing 2 Chainz, Two Live Crew? Yeah, because he had a whole show that was just about censorship for indecency and obscenity. And you got Uncle Luke on there, and then there's a guy from a punk band and a lady from a punk band, and some guys from the what do you call that? The Focus on the Family. You know that group? It's like an extremist Christian
You said what
right wing
group?
group. Focus on the Family.
What it really?
An extremist right wing Christian group.
I probably came across it at some point. I used to be way into cults and stuff for a while.
I don't know if they're officially a cult. It's funny you say that, but they are a group. It's kind of like, I think there's one for men now called like Fathers in Christ or something. I don't even know, but
Fathers in Christ.
something like that. But so they're basically having like a debate on the show. It reminded me how like refreshing and like honest the '90s were, honestly, because like they're just saying whatever. But
You know what?
get this.
He's Luther
Can't even
Campbell,
hear it.
and
Can't
he
hear what's
heads
going
Two
on.
Live Crew,
Why is there no
and
sound?
they're upset in
I hear
Florida.
it.
The cops
you
not
do?
only busted
Yeah.
the rock group,
I don't hear it, and
they
I want to hear it.
busted a record
crazy.
seller for selling their album.
There's
Show
definitely
'em the
something
tape,
going on
Brian.
because I only hear it out of
Incidentally,
one
this-
side of my headphones. So there's definitely something really going on.
Well, I'm not gonna. Everybody, just go watch this video. It's very interesting. It's actually like a 4-part series of videos.
I think I saw part of that.
Yeah, I was thinking about, chopping it up and making it into a little short or something, maybe for the people. And they did perform on
that'd
there
probably
before
be a good
that.
conversation.
Did the fun dude? Okay, I do have to pull this video up, but we can move on if you want. In the meantime, hurry! Think of a topic. No.
Moving on, keeping on. The topic is me.
All right,
Ah.
stop that.
No, it's not. But ladies and gentlemen, I do have a music video coming out tomorrow. The music
Tomorrow?
video for Holy Chariot. Yes.
I'm sorry. What's it called again? I was so rudely interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Holy Chariot.
Holy
A
Chariot.
song
Yes.
off my album.
Yes. So what went into making this video? I want to know.
No leaks. No
Oh,
leaks.
you're not gonna say nothing. No spoilers. No leaks.
No spoilers, no leaks.
All right. So everyone goes on
You just
your
have to-
YouTube and sees that like when it comes out.
Yeah.
All
You'll
right,
see them on
sure.
YouTube. Dreamwaker's Media.
Yeah, it's his YouTube is Dreamwaker's Media, not Lucid the Dreamwaker, right?
I just submitted to trying to change my my URL because it's like my name. It's like my name and like something.
Oh, your
random.
like legal government name thing.
Yeah, from when I was like a teenager, I'm like, this is weird.
You on there like playing like Minecraft and stuff?
Yeah, so like, let me get rid of all this shit.
You could just make a new one and delete that one.
Well, it's this damn algorithm thing. So there was a time period where it was like more beneficial for me to combine all my content to run YouTube page.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
And now it's almost more beneficial to not have ever combined them. So
Damn.
you gotta love time, change.
Yeah, I mean, just wait a little while. It's gonna change again because like I've seen I've seen things change a lot just in the last couple of years on social
Mhm.
media, and they're going to keep changing. So deal
Mhm.
with it. Bozo ratio. All right, here comes. Okay, this is an epic performance on Donahue of The Funk Shop by Two Live Crew.
Here is Two Live
You can hear
Crew.
that, right?
Come out here and do
Yeah.
your thing.
Okay, here we go. The audience and everything, the reactions are so golden. You know they didn't pan to the audience for a reason, right?
You
Look at this
said
guy.
what?
They didn't pan to the audience for a reason, right?
Right.
Like nobody had their hands up. Look at this guy. He's like, I like it. I think they look nice. Those ladies look pretty nice. And this was like outrageous. And I don't want to sound super old, but like that's not even nothing. Like girls walk around wearing less than that today daily. Like
Yeah.
But back then, I can't even remember why this was exciting for anyone.
Tell some of these narrow-minded people what's up, There's only one place where we can go where the price is right to see a show. It's always popular with the girls and the guys, cause for all my money, it's the best buy.
Yeah, God, copyright.
Look, he mad, but she love it.
That's weird. That's what we call a switcheroo.
He mad, but she love it.
Wait, he looks mad?
Yeah, he look mad.
He looks like he's thinking about it. He's like,
Nah, he bothered. He's big bothered.
Oh, maybe he's, I don't know. Look at this guy here.
He's thinking about what his teenagers are doing now.
Wait, hold on. I saw someone that looked real mad. Where did she go? Oh, wait, there she is.
Oh yeah, she's heated.
She's furious. She's like one of those like teapots. She's about to start whistling.
She's like, no one told me I was gonna have to dance when I got a ticket. No one.
I can't stop. I can't stop. Dude, I mean, you know what's crazy is like when you listen to Two Live Crew, like you forget how they're actually like their lyrics aren't like the most intellectual, and their beats are pretty basic, except they were sort of innovative at the time, but not like a lot.
Yeah.
And but then the way they put it all together, you forget how like how much they rocked. Like, you know what I mean? Like
No, I definitely understand.
yeah.
You would sleep like a baby, and in your dreams,
And that guitar sample is fire. I don't know if that's Bon Jovi or what.
Now, how many of y'all have penthouse magazines in y'all house? Put your hands in there. How many of y'all ever had a penthouse magazine? Put your hands in there. Y'all lying again.
That's why I say it again. Know your audience, man. That shit is hilarious.
But it's perfect though, because Phil Donahue, he knew what he was doing. He had people
Exactly.
on all the. But watch the very end. Just watch the very end.
At the function.
Oh my god. Awkwardly packs up equipment. Jesus.
Unplugged RCA cables.
There's like a loud squealing sound.
Yeah.
People coughing.
Awkward microphone feedback.
Like those people, they did not move at all. That's crazy.
See, people are strange. Because this is one thing that we have to remember. When you love music, you forget that other people don't feel the same way about music. So some people,
Yeah, I hear you.
some people are not like, it's weird. It's weird to even think about, like, how doesn't it just not possess your body?
Have you ever met somebody that says, "Oh, I don't really listen to music"?
Yes. And I was like, so
Hell?
do you kill squirrels in your free time? Like, what do you
Right.
do?
Like
I don't get it. How do you, like, what do you, I don't get
I've
it.
run across like maybe 2 people in my life like that, and it was just so confusing because like, well, you hear music, right? Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you just don't pay attention, or you like it all, or you one of those people like, oh, I just like everything. You're like, no, I just don't listen.
I don't know. Some people are just like, so what? What is it? Left brain? Is it left brain the math side?
I guess that's not true. I guess
Some people are just.
no brain.
I just don't get it either. We can't ever understand it. We're so deep in music, we can never understand it.
I do feel like there are plenty of people that are not as into it as people that are, for sure. But those people are like straight up killers. Like they don't have a soul.
Literally, I was gonna say they probably don't have souls or something.
They probably like make the best hitmen or something. Honestly.
It's just funny because I feel like this is how most creatives feel about the rest of the world.
What do you mean? Like, oh, how creative people feel about everybody else?
Yeah, we're like, what's wrong with those? Like, what are they doing? Are they alive or are they
Yeah,
just
and
robots?
everyone looks at us and thinks we're like stupid and lazy and we don't know how to like time manage. And all of that may be true. But
I was about to say,
we're
this
making the
guy-
things that y'all enjoy. So you should pay us more.
exactly. Yeah, the arts don't get enough respect. That's for damn sure.
Hey, we lost one of our viewers after that Two Love Crew video. I'm sorry if I offended anyone.
Oh, dang. They were
He
like,
didn't even
let's
say
play.
nothing like seriously like bad. He's like,
They're
"How many
like,
people have
damn.
penthouse? Raise your hands." That was the worst
He's
thing.
like, damn, bro, I'm not creative, bro. All I know is math. I'm out of here.
He was probably like, "Penthouse magazine. That's it. I'm logging off."
He said, this is too. He said, censor. This is why we need censorship.
I'm concerned about our families and our youth, whatever. As I watch this by myself in my basement.
So concerned. I'm going to go download a rated R superstar album.
Why did you get so close to the camera? Why is so wrong with your jaw?
There's nothing wrong with my job. I'm your local rapper
Oh damn!
on SoundCloud. This is
It's
how
like
we all
a
look.
combination between that fireman Bill or whatever and I don't know, Jesse from Breaking Bad. Something like that.
Terrible.
Terrible. I guess in lieu of, do you have any? I did just release a video like an hour ago, like right before we got on.
Drop the info for the video. Where can we watch?
No, no, it's like a scavenger hunt. They just have to find it. I mean, actually, I'm pretty proud of this video. So, it's on my Troy show. Get your gums out of my face, dude! I just flicks my screen like it's gonna hurt you.
It worked. It worked. It got my gums
Ow!
out of the screen.
Yikes! So yeah, you can
go
look
on
at
a
that if
scavenger
you
hunt.
want.
Scavenger hunt. Go
It's
check the
really
links
the
in
easiest
bio.
scavenger hunt ever. You just type my name in YouTube. But other than that, is that what up, Roscoe? He's hanging in there strong, despite the lack of entertainment.
Good night, Roscoe.
Good night, everybody. That's a wrap.
Rap Yard
Podcast. Pew, pew,
Podcast.
pew. I really need to get my sound effects lined up.